Oh my God! I robbed this man years ago. How are you? Something like it. They have a. Not my partner, but I'm working on it. The real song.
I'd like to introduce you to, well, he needs no introduction really, does he? We've built him up all week. Mr. Justin Llewellyn, son of Desmond Llewellyn, and in his own right, an absolute impresario, a brigand, and a wonderful man who will introduce every champagne for you this evening and tell you all about it. Thank you, Justin.
Thanks, Rob. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, my name is Justin Llewellyn, and here at Tétanger we don't really very much go in for titles. We tend to select our own. So I am officially the roving ambassador for the United Kingdom, Ireland and the Channel Islands. It means nobody knows where I am and nobody knows what I'm doing, which suits me down where I am. But I'd like to welcome you on behalf of the whole family, Pierre-Emmanuel Clovis and his son Clovis and Vicky, his daughter, Rachel Debenham is here, and Jean-Paul Redon, and everybody else here to La Marqueterie. La Marqueterie is really the heart and soul of Tétanger. There are some quite special vineyards around, which we'll come on to with one or two of the wines later on, and I'm really sorry about that, because when you get into a really good gossip with your next door neighbour about what's been going on, I'm going to get up and interrupt you. But welcome, as I say, to La Marqueterie. I think it's going to be a fantastic evening. I know Rob's got one or two surprises up his sleeve, he normally does have. But if I just tell you a little bit about the first wine that you're drinking. This is the Comte de Champagne Blanc de Blanc. This is the jewel in our crown. It is the Welsh rugby team of Champagne. It is absolutely the best.
Hello.
Hello. We've got some reaction.
What about the Grand Slammers?
Well, yes, occasionally. Wait till we beat Argentina. But it is absolutely, it's what we call the tête de cuvée. It is the top wine. It is a Blanc de Blanc. It is made only from the very finest vineyards on the Côte de Blanc, which is the finest area for growing Chardonnay. It is a vintage champagne, which means you only use the grapes from all of 1 year. A non-vintage champagne, we always blend back a little older wine. But this is made from the 1 year, from the finest Chardonnay, pure 100% Chardonnay. We don't really go in for P. Diddy telling us how wonderful our champagne is. Celebrity endorsements don't really agree with us. However, this was endorsed by, in my opinion, the greatest man who's ever lived, a man whose lifestyle I have spent my entire life trying to emulate, a man who I think that all of you would like to emulate, a man who in the 1960s said of this champagne, that it may not be the best known, but it's certainly the finest, and that was James Bond in Casino Royale. This is the original champagne of James Bond. It was Ian Fleming's favourite champagne, and it's the one that appeared first in the books and most noted in the books. Unfortunately, we only appeared in one film. We appeared in From Russia with Love. We were in the dining car when Bond thought Red Grant was no gentleman because he ordered red wine with fish. But do ask me if you've got any questions. If I know the answers, I'll tell you. If I don't, I'll lie, because I'll be gone long before you find out. Thank you very much indeed.
My palate may not be quite cultivated enough to understand what I'm drinking here. But for me to have to listen to a Welshman talking total crap about wines certainly goes against the grain. And when he talks about mixing Guinness and champagne, I shall remind you folks, for us poor paupers in Dublin, we brought up mixing Guinness and cider, which is not quite the same thing. That was called black and tan. And if you really want to know what the name of champagne and Guinness, to the ladies of Ireland, they'd have them in half-pint glasses. It was called Black Velvet. So there you are. Not the only person who knows a little bit about drink. We all... we were on the way back from a race in Germany, and he decided on a Sunday evening to open the store so as could have a look at what we had in the store. And you can imagine I backed this low loader in and I cleaned the place out. I still have his most beautiful t-shirts and his unbelievable polo next. He's a great man. He sponsored me. He's got lots of ideas. And to think that he's actually back and the main sponsor for this event under Burlington, we wish you the very best of luck, and we hope that you're going to continue with this project. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. It's been an absolute pleasure. And most especially, I'm here as a patron of Click Sargent. It is a most wonderful charity, and they're doing a lot of very good things for a lot of kids and a lot of families who need it more especially. I want to thank you on behalf of that charity for supporting it again this year. Let's hope it will continue. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated.